On the first day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the second day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 2 barrels of arseholes and groins and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the third day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the fourth day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the fifth day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the sixth day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the seventh day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for Moinpo 7 barrels of arseholes and groins, 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins, and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the 8th day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 8 barrels of arseholes and groins, 7 barrels of arseholes and groins, 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins, and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the 9th day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 9 barrels of arseholes and groins, 8 barrels of arseholes and groins, 7 barrels of arseholes and groins, 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins, and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the 10th day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 10 barrels of arseholes and groins, 9 barrels of arseholes and groins, 8 barrels of arseholes and groins, 7 barrels of arseholes and groins, 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins, and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the 11th day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 11 barrels of arseholes and groins, 10 barrels of arseholes and groins, 9 barrels of arseholes and groins, 8 barrels of arseholes and groins, 7 barrels of arseholes and groins, 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins, and a barrel of arseholes and groins. On the 12th day of Christmas, Moinpo's true love magicked up for mine 12 barrels of arseholes and groins, 11 barrels of arseholes and groins, 10 barrels of arseholes and groins, 9 barrels of arseholes and groins, 8 barrels of arseholes and groins, 7 barrels of arseholes and groins, 6 barrels of arseholes and groins, 5 barrels of arseholes and groins, 4 barrels of arseholes and groins, 3 barrels of arseholes and groins, 2 barrels of arseholes and groins, and a barrel, and a barrel, and a barrel, and a bucket full of arseholes and groins. Merry Christmas, Moinpo. So what did you get your one true love, me? Your true love, me, the one you love, me? Ah, you shouldn't have.
Moinpo, Moinpo, Moinpo.
No, Moinpo. You really shouldn't have. Because
My no!
on the 13th day of Christmas,
My no!
Moinpo's true love magic's up for mine. 13 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 12 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 11 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 10 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 9 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 8 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 11 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 6 barrels of arseholes and grinds, 5 barrels of arseholes and grinds.
Where'd you get all these bodies around their arseholes and grinds from? Best part.
And oh, 4 barrel of arseholes and grinds.